All right, we got John Boy in the house, kicking it all the way from Tennessee, the backwoods of Tennessee. How y'all doing today? Man, what a day, what a day. It's Saturday in West Tennessee, on a hillside, sipping on some whiskey. That's right, John Boy in the house. How y'all doing today? Well, it looks like it'll be a sunny, hot day today here in West Tennessee. It really does. It got hot yesterday and is already humid this morning. Y'all come on in and grab you up a chair. We're just going to sit back and listen to some tunes. Gonna chit chat with the chat. Hit that thumbs up on your way in. I've had to change my channel. I cannot be about the truth unless I, Google it. I'm gonna fact check with, Google. Oh. I'm messing up my studio. We got 3 people in the house. Welcome aboard the John Boy's CrewTube channel. Who we got in the house today? Who we got in there? We're just country rapping it, country rocking it. It's all about the country, the backwoods, moonshine and whiskey. Buckeye Jim is in the house.
Hey, Buckeye.
That was the wrong voice, Buckeye.
Yeah. Man, I did a live on the mRNA, and dadgum if the audio didn't play off the video, so I had to, take that stream down. I got to figure out why. My background music, meditation music, made it through, but dadgum video audio didn't. I could hear it fine in the earbuds, but I just couldn't hear it on the video. Oh, we sip, shine, and keep the weed lit. That's what he said. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I'm being quiet, thinking the video's playing in that other live stream I did. That gun wasn't any audio. I got on Squash's channel last night. Hadn't been over there in a little bit. Saw Teacup. Hadn't seen Teacup in a while. Or Cuppy Cake is her name now. Good people. The Ski Man was having a little bit of kidney problems. We on that Tennessee shit. Man, this would be a good day for a little taste of moonshine. But I'm going to leave it alone. I've got things to do. That stuff, you don't get a buzz. You go from sober to you drink a fifth in a sip. I've never seen anything like that, man. It's crazy. We might have to tune out some commercials. Yeah, there's commercials coming on that one. Yeah, that's my problem. I need to get something done every day, and it seems like I never get it done. Seems like I just can't get a hold of what I need to do.
You said come prepared. You don't think we're prepared?
Guess what, guys? It's that time. It's time to rock and roll in the outback, out in the deep woods of Tennessee. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely, it'll put you to bed. But But it's the only hand sanitizer I know that can be taken internally in small moderations. I'm not particularly fond of that song. A little bit too much hip hop going on there. Yeah, I was testing out the old mic on Squashes. I can play music through the mic and everything. Oh man, I'm gonna tell y'all what, I'm fixing to really make some rheumatism medicine where I'm gonna use honey and lemon juice and use that root shine, man. I'm gonna tell you that root shine is medicinal. It's also we call it psychedelic. The roots have some of that DMT chemical in it. Let me tell you, the night I was sitting there making that sanitizer and tasting it, man, I dreamed. I didn't get, you're gonna get a little buzz doing a little sampling, but I dreamed some crazy stuff. I dreamed I woke up in prison. I was talking to a guard. It was crazy. But the other night when I did that live stream, I sipped on too much of it, and it put me out for count. I'm serious, man. 50 milliliters was just like drinking a half gallon of vodka. Oh my goodness, on an empty stomach. I thought I had to make myself, bleh, just because I thought I was fixing to get alcohol poison. I ain't lying. That shit hit me so hard all of a sudden. I mean, that was only like 3 shots is what I took. Crazy. Stuff potent, I tell you.
It just makes me go crazy. Yeah, I don't know, guys. This channel is not going anywhere for some reason. I gotta get up here in the algorithm, and I'm trying to do it safely. I'm washing my hands in the keyboard, and I'm putting a mask on the mic, see? The mic's not gonna catch anything. But yeah, it's messed up.
Alright, I think I'm back. Hang on, I gotta check my hotspot real quick. I can't reach it with the daggone earbuds, dude. I'll be right.
Black lab running, got hunting in his bloodline. Came from a back, but I'm back in the lead. Back like a rack full of fat double D's. Back with a barrel on a rack, let me squeeze. Back on the trigger, hit her right between the knees. Back with the toe strap, I pull him real heavy. Ladies getting dirty out back on the Chevy. Tie bar, beauty queen, Bubba, call him Bettis. Pedal to the metal, baby girl, I'm ready.
Takes a text, and Bird called me back. He said we all country, and I said, yeah, that's a fact. When nice rebels on the run, time you better pack. We about to hit the road, rock shows and make a stack. I folded up my clothes, loaded up my click clack, grabbed a can of beer, commander, throwed it all in a sack.
Guys,
Called a flight, town landed out in sack. The bus pulled up, he was big, he was black. That Detroit diesel was rolling like a had to come around the bottom, it was shiny like a plaque. I climbed on up, sat down to relax.
Looking for my Twitter account, so I'm tweeting it out. Only thing he's Twitter for.
Back road running, getting dirty on the track. Backwoods gunning, hitting birdies by the pack. Everywhere we go to the backyard bar, serving jars full of batch. Back under the moon with the tailgate back in the back of the saloon where the jukebox sat. Talking about a bar, and out in my talk a little smack, grab a sip of that jack. Bunch of jack, good trucks all par around back. Get loose like you do it up in Cali. Oh, shine so smooth like you cruising in a caddy. Then we rolled us up a fatty, went around at the shed. I had to back up off it, it was buzzing our head. See you back in the mag, I'm in the bag with the last. Get on these bad back to the sacks. Now how them hacking us at. See a body in the death with Bacardi on my breath. I'm thinking naughty to myself about the shouty on my left. Yeah, still out back, it's the country outcast. Thinking you can out rap, yeah, bitch, it's out there. Meet us all out back, and we'll whip the loud ass, cause we're bringing country back quicker than a staff ass. We do it out back, jar ribs on the rack. Back row running, getting dirty on the track. Backwoods gunning, hitting birdies by the pack.
All right, what I missed? Did I miss anything? Got 5 people in the chat. Who all we got in there? Man, I got a bunch of that going around here. Man, I gave up on them too. You know what I did? I just prayed to God to take the pain away, and it went away. They had me on so much stuff. One of these things, anyhow, they had me on 4 different prescriptions because I got like rheumatoid arthritis. Paul's the name.
Paul's the name is in the house. How you doing, Paul?
But yeah, oh man. Oh yeah, they had me on so much medication that I could not think. I could not. Usually if somebody wanted to argue with me, I could come up with facts and, this is what happened kind of stuff, real quick. Man, dude was trying to twist stuff around and I could not recall anything. And I was like, you know what? I'm getting off. I just stopped, dead stop. I prayed to God. I was like, please, Lord, take this pain away. And you know what? It has gone away. I mean, don't get me wrong. I still feel my age here and there in my joints, but I don't have that pain, man. I'm talking about my shoulder was so bad that I couldn't hardly use it. And they had me on Tramadol, all sorts of crazy stuff. And that Tramadol, man, when the UPS brought it, I had to sign for it because it was a Schedule something drug. I don't know. It was right at the end before they started getting bad on opiates. Yeah, they were pushing that. Look, a daggum 90 pill bottle would last me a year, and that was only supposed to be for a month. 90 pills in a month. I took it as needed, I mean, every so often, I got like 2 of them left. But that's if I really get some pain going. Only thing I don't like about that Tramadol is the next day you wake up and you're like hung over. I'm talking about feel like you just ran through the mud, It's kind of like a Valium does you.
Meet the mayor of Gilman Road.
I don't want to make the mayor. Hey, let's go on out here to the backwoods, y'all. We're gonna head out to the backwoods for a minute here in West Tennessee. Old John boy up on a hilltop sipping on a little white whiskey. That's right. Yeah, I'm just trying to change it up, y'all. What's the topic of the day? Hey, y'all out there in chat land, hit that thumbs up. Let's see if the little thing works. I've never seen it move. Just chilling in the backwoods, you know what I mean? What you say? Does it really? The only thing that would work on me, as far as the pain medicine, was a Percocet. They can prescribe anything else, and it did not. I mean, that Tramadol, it didn't really get rid of the pain. It just made you work around the pain. But Percocet, man, that stuff acted like speed on me, man. I didn't feel any pain, and I got a lot of stuff done. It was crazy. But I don't do anything now, period. Not even natural remedies. Yeah. I'm waiting on the barber to call me back. I went to her shop yesterday, and she wasn't there. Got all the way back home. Then she calls. I didn't answer. I waited around in the shop, in the barbershop parking lot for a while. And hung around town for a little bit longer. Never got a reply. I thought she might have been at lunch. But she called me back, 2 hours later. She said, I'm already at home. I'm not about to drive all the way back to town. Not yesterday. Got the air working in the car. I don't know if it's still working or not. That's what I need to do. I need to go fishing. I need to go down to the creek, man. It ain't even a quarter mile down the road. I mean, I live where it's sustainable. Did I say that right? Well, what I do, Jim, on that Indian lettuce, I'll pull some leaves off and I'll stick them in the dash of my car, and they'll be dehydrated in a couple hours. And you can take the stems and dehydrate them too. They're hollow. And you can pack those stems with the leaves, and you smoke stem and all with the leaves in it. Even the roots got the medicine. But another thing I'll do, I'll go up to the Indian lettuce, and I'll get my knife and I'll put a little cut on the stalk, and I'll let that white milky stuff come out, and I'll have a cigarette, and I'll run that cigarette through that white milk, and I'll let it dry, and I'll smoke that cigarette, and you can build up that from that.
Raised on country, southern rock, but I always loved a little hip hop. And we throw it down 4 miles around. Everybody knows what to call.
Yeah, I know. I've been trying to put the facts of mRNA out there. Maybe people can go 1 + 1 is 2. Wait a minute. What he's saying about mRNA is what the jab is about. Wait a minute.
C major.
Uh-oh.
It's what the jab's about. They want to get that stuff in your arm. They want it in that arm bad. Real bad.
I had to use my AI decoder voice. But yeah, it's crazy, man. People don't understand, man. Old Billy, he was talking to DARPA. Wait a minute.
Billy was talking to DARPA back in 2005, and he was telling them how to eliminate the jihadist so they wouldn't strap on the bombs and go blow everybody up. They wanted to make them where they didn't care about religion.
And this is a fact. Fact checkers check that. If you find I made an error, I'll just re-up the live stream I took down. Because all the facts are on it. Just no audio. Only me. That was messed up. I can't believe that live stream did that. I just can't get enough people in here to get any, you know what I mean? When I'm doing a live stream on StreamYard, for some reason, nobody comes in. So I don't know if anything's working or what. It's crazy. I need to make some coffee. I mean, I got some coffee. I need to make another cup. You know what I mean? I need another cup of coffee this morning. I am tired. Oh, I hear my audio over there. I got the John Boy channel watching this channel. Uh-oh.
Confederate flag is one of the most controversial and inflammatory icons of American culture. Just the same as all other American history, this symbol is taught differently in every region. To me, it represents the South. I was
That's right.
to be proud of where I'm from. To me, it symbolizes
The South.
Southern pride. No prejudice, just proud of where I'm from. If you're taught differently, I'm sorry. They got this thing called Southern Pride.
Southern Pride.
13 stars and a couple of stripes.
13 stars and a couple of stripes.
People's Last Stand. What's going on?
Proud of where you came, black, white, brown, yellow, man, it don't mean a thing. We're all the same color when you cut through the flesh. How you think I make this country and this rap thing this? Confederate flag, yeah, fly one proud.
I wouldn't doubt it, Last Stand.
The jab is bad.
Yeah, it's bad, man. People don't understand. They act like it doesn't alter or interfere or interact with your DNA, but anything that goes to your cell is a suitcase for 3 billion pairs of your chromosome, your DNA, who you are, and it adds a genetic code to make the mRNA do a specific task. You can't tell me that's not gene therapy or gene editing. You know what I'm saying? But I just did a live, but the audio didn't come out right. So I had to stop it or, take it down. But I showed in that live where they said that the mRNA jab does not interact or affect your DNA. But if you go look at the mRNA medicine, it clearly states it's a gene therapy drug. It's a designer drug. It's designed to manipulate your genes into doing something it wouldn't normally do. They can take things away, just like in 2005 with the fun vax.
The fun vax. I don't know if I should have said that normal.
Sounds good. That fundamental vax. Well, that's well, like my stepsister, she took it, and her blood pressure's been high ever since. They can't get it to go down. It's just crazy. Hey, I'll tell you what, Last Stand. Give me a ring on telephone. I'll do a live interview with you on air. All you gotta do is ring my number. I'm all plugged in. I'm thinking about making a prank call edition of the John Boy ScrewTube channel too, where I call up people. I don't know. I would like to do a call-in show. And, it ought to be legal to do because I can make a disclaimer saying everything on this channel or people's opinions are not of this channel, however you do it, but I can steer myself clear of what anybody says. If you read my banner, I thought I was on StreamYard. My banner says this channel is fictional, non-fact, opinion only, and don't believe this redneck. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, if you want to make a quick, say your piece on air, give me a holler. Man, I hear my audio gets kind of scratchy, doesn't it?
So you still live at home with your mama? That's all right. We call that white trash fabulous. And if you're white trash fabulous, you know you can run with a creep.
White trash
Fabulous.
Man, that's some hard rock country there. Oh man, you talk about magnetics. I've been using magnetics in my distillation process of the hand sanitizer, and I can get some higher proofs doing what I'm doing. Forget all these boilerplates and column stills and all that crap. What I got I'm doing it all with magnetics, man. I'm trying to figure out how to get a patent on it.
I'll hook you on this white trash sound. I keep a Dixie fried shotgun in the ride. 48 daddy life.
Oh man, y'all. Oh, I got a phone call coming in. Hello, you're live on the air with the John Boy ScrewTube channel. How you doing today? Who we got calling in?
Well, this is PLS.
PLS News. How you doing?
I'm alive. I'm alive and kicking.
The only reason you're alive is you haven't taken the
Jab yet.
That's it, man. That's it. Man, I can't believe how many people that have gotten sick from this stuff.
I'm just trying to figure out your voice is picking up. Can anybody hear People's Last Stand on the live stream? Buckeye Jim. Paul's the name, anybody? Yeah, I finally got you to come on one of my lives.
Yeah, well, it's been busy. Been doing crazy stuff. Like I told you the other day, when I text you in that, we had the bounty hunters here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy night, man. They came in and tased this guy. It was crazy.
Believe it or not, I've had my run-ins with the bounty hunters myself.
Well, check this out, guys. This guy came, put an application with us, him and his girl, and there was no problem. You know, they passed the background checks, everything. They come find out he was using another social security number. Found out for the bounty hunters, this guy had 20 years in prison. Yeah.
Nice
Yeah,
guy
and he
though,
was-
wasn't
Yeah, and then he belonged to a gang, that MS-13.
he? Oh,
Yeah. And then I chased him off his property and told him if he comes back here again, I'll have him arrested in that. He came back.
wait a minute.
And,
Did you evict him or did you tell him to go?
I just told him he had to go.
This
'Cause
is,
he signed a lease contract with underneath false
okay.
information. So the contract agreement with him was canceled
Okay.
because of that. Yeah, so he lost out on that because of it. But yeah, he showed up over here, and this guy, I was watching my cameras, and this dude parked in my parking lot behind another vehicle. I'm like, what the hell? So I went outside to take a look and see what was going on, and it was a bounty hunter. And he goes, "Do you know this guy?" I go, "Let me guess, Ruben." And he's like, "Yeah." I go, "Man, I'm not sure, but I think he's in that apartment right now," because we saw a vehicle out front of the property for like about 20 minutes, and then this dude got out and went to apartment 105, which his girlfriend lives in.
Yeah.
And wasn't sure at first if it was him or not, but somebody snitched on him in that, and bounty hunters showed up, and they banging on the door. They didn't answer the door and that. So I told them, I'm concerned about the girl that lives there and that I need to do a health check. So I unlocked the door and let him in and that. And he was getting all froggy, and the guy zapped his ass. I mean, literally shot him with a taser. I was laughing. It was funny. Yeah, it was a joke, and it took his butt away from here. But he's doing time from I guess he did a lot of other crime stuff, and they didn't catch him. He got away. He had one of those ankle bracelets on.
Yeah.
I guess he tore it off and that. So it's like, oh, okay. But yeah, so they got his butt, which is good. But people are weird, I'm telling you. It's getting crazy. Have you noticed how people's nerves are nowadays? It's just like any little thing that goes on with them, they're all touchy.
I don't know if that's part of the jab or.
I don't know. I think people are just stressed out from being locked up so much.
I haven't noticed a thing here. All I know is the idiots that wear the diapers on their face. I have not,
Right.
There's only one place, and I don't go to Jackson because Jackson's like a tourist town, so they're gonna, the diaper face stuff.
Right. Right.
But down here where I'm at, the employees making their workers wear them, but they're not saying anything to anybody coming in not wearing them.
All right. Well, over here they're pushing it big time.
It's crazy, man. I mean, anything that's got a 1% survival. I mean, how am I trying to say this? 99%. How's that? A crisis.
Well, I know exactly.
I mean,
It's just
the flu
the
had
thing is,
more than that.
right. Well, I think the biggest problem, the biggest issue that we're having in regards to the jab, is that not taking it, one reason and one reason only is they just don't trust government anymore.
Well,
They've lied to us so much, they've bullied us so much that we no longer trust or believe anything that they say. And then on top of that, whenever you take this jab, you don't have no paperwork on it telling you that what's inside of it.
well, even if they told you, you wouldn't know exactly what they're editing into your DNA, even though it says
Well,
it's not for DNA. Hey, let me look out here in the street real quick. I heard a car slow down. I must be hearing things. No, I heard a car slow down. Man, the other day, Sunday, I went to my dad's and I came back home. I wasn't home a half hour. We just started barking. I heard commotion on the road, right?
right.
I looked, daggum, there's two daggum county deputy cars. And they're all white. They don't have markings on them around here. They just run white cars with, the blue lights.
All
And
right.
one of
Well,
them was in front of my, past my mailbox, and one of them was right at the driveway, and my dog was run up there, so I had to yell for Ouija. So here's these cops. I was hearing, well, back in the day, 4 barrel. You can hear them stomping it and stuff. I'm like, man, they were like, trying to get somewhere fast, right? So I grabbed Ouija, get her in the house, and I come back around my shop, and one of those cops was halfway down my driveway asking me, is this 1200 such and such road? I'm like, no, what's going on? We're looking for 1200, blah, blah, blah. He's like, who all's down here? I go, it's just me and my dog. And then he turned around and started walking off. I'm like, well, what do you want? I mean, they were coming down that driveway like they were ready to whoop some butt. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm the only one here. I shut my shop. I grabbed my video camera and started videoing and shut and locked my shop up.
Right.
Because if you got a door open, they will go in.
Oh yeah, they're noisy as hell. Let's see what they can find on anybody and anything.
But there ain't no such address on this road. I'm the only 1200 anything. Below me is 13 and above me is 11. There is no 1200 on this road. They said they were trying to serve some papers on a lady. All right, you don't come down the driveway acting like you're ready to beat my butt if you're serving papers on a girl. I mean, come on.
No, that's just the way they are. Hey, do I got feedback coming back through this? Because I can hear like an extra voice.
You might. Well, I got my audio going on my tablet. I can't stretch over
here.
How about now?
Yeah, I don't hear the feedback.
Yeah, it was probably, this microphone here picks up pretty good when you don't want it to.
Right. That's the way it is. Oh man. So if anybody wants me to come on her show with you, I think I'm just gonna send her a message because she said she's gonna send me an email and that. But to be honest, I just really don't want to get on her show, not because it's Penny. I like Penny a lot. It's just I can't say what I want to say because you know how YT is.
Yeah.
They don't allow you to say anything and that, and I don't want her channel to get pulled down because I said something that's gonna be detrimental to her channel.
I just can't get. I mean, the times are so screwed up. if she I mean, she asked me if I wanted to do one. I guess it was this week, and
Right.
I haven't got a Gmail or anything.
Well, she wanted us to do it on Sunday. She said something about you being there on Sunday. I'm not,
I
could
don't
be
know.
wrong,
All
but
I
I thought.
know is I thought we are gonna do live on Friday, and it
Uh-huh.
didn't happen.
Mm.
And Saturday come around, and I was getting some hand sanitizer ready, and I just couldn't do it then because I was in the middle of,
Too much testing.
Well, I
The
had
hand
no,
sanitizer.
I hadn't even put the fire to it. I just had all the ice loaded into my chilling, um,
Hmm.
what I could my chilling system,
Right.
and there wasn't any turning back, And if I had have done that and waited to, do the hand sanitizer later, it'd been so late at night.
Right. Right.
But I sped it up. I got it all done in like from the turning on the flame to turning the flame off 3 hours, and that's a record.
Well, how much did you end up making?
A half gallon of like 140 proof root shine.
Ooh, that's some
Yeah.
good hand sanitizer.
Oh man, it's got DMT qualities to it too. It's it's like
Oh man, that's where I'm gonna have to come out there one of these days and taste it.
I guess this would be like the Jägermeister used to be, or the Absting. You know what I'm talking about, where you'd get
Right.
the hallucinogenic effect of it.
Yeah.
I think it carried over.
They want all of us off the air. They don't
Yeah.
want us to be on here telling any kind of truth. They're
No.
afraid of the truth. Just like when you did that, um, put that picture up that had that saying and everything.
Oh
Remember?
yeah.
Yeah.
If you
Same
tell a
thing
lie
there.
long enough, it
Yeah, it
becomes the
becomes
truth.
truth.
That's hate
Mhm.
speech. They hate the truth. I mean, that's
I
the
know.
truth, and they hate speech me.
But the weird thing is, I heard it on another channel too,
Well,
and they didn't do nothing to them.
that's because it was a 30-second segment in their hour-long show. So, you know what I mean? When you just put that one piece out there, that's what I did.
Yeah, but they should. They're just idiots. Well, we got to understand too. They got 30,000 people that are watching people's videos.
Well, they
So they
got
have hired
the AI
the
doing it.
AI. Yeah, the AI is doing it as well too.
That's why I'm
So
telling you, when I use
This voice right here, the AI can't pick it up.
not good anyhow. And what I noticed when I use that voice, it won't buffer during the live stream, but the upload, it buffers out that voice.
All right. Hey, I was going to ask you, how's Wheezy's tail?
I guess it's all right. That dog won't let me put medicine or nothing on her.
Yeah.
It kind of changed her. Her balance is off a little bit.
Yeah.
But she's losing weight. I think she's beeping up. I think she wants me to let her go on that dog.
Ugh.
That's what bothers me the most. I had her in my arms to protect her, and she got tore up like that and wasn't able to defend herself. She probably
Right.
would have been better off, but she probably would have killed that other dog, and then I'd be bad.
Right.
It'd be my fault. It's always my fault, no matter how much I didn't do anything.
Well, that dude should have had that. They should have had that animal under control.
Yeah, I'm gonna be nice.
Wolf lovers in the house.
Got Wolf Lover in the house.
Oh yeah, I see that. Hey, Wolf Lover, how you doing?
Got People's Last Stand on the phone, Wolf Lover. I'm doing a call-in show. 1-800-CRYBABY.
Yeah, you should do that. I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, but I need a different number.
Yeah.
I know that they can make like email generated phone number somehow, and I don't know how to do it.
Well, I thought that you were able to, like, with your phone in that, you were able to have 2 different phone numbers if you wanted.
I don't know.
You just have to, but it's additional fee or something like that.
Well, never
That's
mind.
a good idea.
They've already got me feed out.
I think it's a good idea to do something like this. This is a great idea.
Yeah, she's all right, wolf lover.
That's
UFO.
crazy.
UFO is in the house.
UFO. How you doing, UFO?
Uh-oh.
I hit the wrong button.
Well, you're not buffering anymore.
Oh, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know why his name hadn't shown. There it is. He got the wrench. I don't know why he was de-wrenched.
Hmm.
Did you know I was on Squash's live last night, and he can change your dadgum stage name.
Yeah, I saw you guys last night. Yeah, you and what the Matrix or Skin Man or whatever.
Skin Man was there, and then
Yeah, Magic.
Magic. I don't know how to say that whole name.
I haven't heard of that person. Who is that?
I don't know. I think it's Dog Adopter because she had a bunch of dogs.
And Teacup changed her name too, huh?
Yeah, Cuppy Cake. Cuppy Cake, I think.
Yeah. I wonder why she changed it.
Oh, she changed that a while back.
Did she?
Yeah, if I can remember right, I know it's been over 9 months ago.
Hmm.
Right after all
Yeah.
the porn bombing and all that.
Right. That was a fiasco.
Man, that messed up my channel.
Messed up all of our channels. We all got jacked on that one.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I mean, the people that used to come in my lives don't anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, well. What can
Well,
I
it's
do?
good in a way, get rid of some of the people that cause problems.
Well, wasn't really nobody. I've never really had problems in my damn chat. Raccoons are eating wolf lovers birdseed.
Oh,
That's one thing I don't.
Time to take out the pallet.
Yeah, I don't have any coons around here. I don't even have possums anymore. All I got is armadillo and skin crawlers. And big Pete's and Black Panthers.
All I got is crazy ass people.
Yeah, that's why I stay out here in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. So I want to get out of here too. Trying to get out of here. But I guess we're gonna sell our land.
Well, that's about all you can use it for is to sell, ain't it?
Yeah, that's it. I'm just gonna sell it. Well, they changed the zoning laws, and there's nothing I can do about it. It's like, okay.
I'll tell you what you do. Go put your big old 4x8 sign up in the front saying casino coming soon. See what happens.
That'll work. Yeah, I think so. We're gonna sell it. We're starting to look in different states now about possibly just moving out. And, I don't know where to move. That's the biggest problem.
You need to move out of that state.
Oh, I know it's gonna be out of the state. Question is where though. I got to find me a place where our rights ain't being taken away so much. They're still
Missouri.
being taken.
Go up there to Missouri or Florida.
Yeah. Well,
Tennessee is, I think, kind of wishy-washy because they're like, it's just Tennessee to me is a hippie state.
Yeah, but your state is more conservative than it is democratic, and that's a good thing compared to what it is here. This whole thing out here is nuts. You can't even say, now I'm just seeing so much weird stuff going on with this racism stuff and everything. It's just like I told you the other day when that guy came over here looking for an apartment and that.
Yeah.
And are you a white guy or are you a Mexican? What's that got to do with it? It's like these people are idiots.
Wolf
People
Lover
are
said
stupid.
they have a house right next door for $13,500.
For how much land?
How much land, Wolf Lover? Says it needs a little work, but nice and solid.
Yeah. I'm gonna take a picture of it and send it to me. Because yeah, we need to get out of here. It's just too much. I'm tired of the city itself, and we're not even in Denver.
Well, you're close enough. I mean, you live in a
Yeah,
city. I couldn't.
yeah,
Not
we live
much
in the
land, but it's got a basement, she said. Is it a neighborhood? See, I don't even want to live in a neighborhood.
Yeah.
I want my closest neighbor like I got it now.
See, that's what I'm looking for too. I'm looking for something that's going to give me at least 5 acres of land
Yeah.
is what I'm looking for. But we're in the process, like I said, right now of determining how much we want for our land and figure out what we want to do and all that stuff. And then at the same time, too, Lisa's job and that we want to make sure she can transfer to another hospital wherever we're going to be moving. So, but she did say that one of them was in Missouri. So, I don't know.
I'd say Missouri is probably your best bet.
Yeah, we're gonna check it all out and everything. But I gotta find something that, I don't want no flat land. I want something with trees. I gotta find something with trees on it.
Well, you get toward that Arkansas line, it'd be mountains.
All right. I'm sure I'll find something, but in the meantime, I'm just gonna be looking around, see what we find in that. Because we plan on being out of here probably within the next 6 months and be out of here. I'm hoping. Because I've been doing this job for what, 11, no, going on 12 years now.
Wolf Lover said it's a cold town. The nearest city's 45 miles away. And UFO wants to know, how much land do you have?
5 acres.
5 acres, UFO.
5 prime acres of nothing you can do to it.
You build a house and put it on there, and that's about all you can do.
That's messed up.
Yeah, you can't have any animals out there.
Out in the middle of nowhere.
Right, exactly. You can't grow a crop or anything like that out there. I mean, it's just they changed the law on the zoning out there. It just destroyed our whole plans about what we were going to do, our retirement and everything.
Well, where I'm at, it's no restrictions.
See, and that's what I'm looking for. No HOAs and nothing like that,
Oh, yeah. Out here, I mean, back in the day, I heard this used to be farmland, but that was like in the 80s, I guess. They let it start growing up. I don't know.
Right. Yeah, UFO. It is here in Colorado. It's in the San Luis Valley. It's a high desert area, about 7,800 feet above sea level.
Yeah, you notice how everything's calmed down news-wise about what's happening in the world?
Mm-hmm.
It got quiet. That's when stuff is happening.
I know. And that's what I was telling my lady. The same thing. Have you noticed how weird it's been outside? I mean, on a serious note, it's like everybody's got built up tension in them.
I was born that way. I really was, man. I can blow up and click a finger. You know what I mean? I've been trying not to. But life in general has had me tense because all my life, I can't understand why people can't see reality for what it's for, not what they believe their reality to be.
Well, that's because they're all sheep. They believe what the media's telling them. They believe what their government's telling them. They believe, instead of researching and talking about it and figuring it out themselves, they want somebody else to tell them. And that's exactly what sheep do.
Well, that's why I'm trying
go there, do this, do that,
That's why I'm trying the Hey Google series on my channel. That way I can fact check and show, you can fact check one thing and it'll say this is a fact about it. And then you can see another fact about it. and it's the total opposite of what that other fact said. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh
the
yeah,
MRA does not mess with your DNA. Well, that's a lie. That's the whole
yeah,
process of how RNA works, man. They put a genetic code in there to take it to your cell, and it goes and tells those ribosomes in there to sit there and do this, that, and the other, or eliminate this, that, and the other. I mean, they can either make it take away stuff out of your DNA or they can add stuff to it.
yeah, exactly. But people just don't. They just want to believe what they see and hear instead of doing the research themselves. And that's the part that freaks me out. It's like these people actually believe everything that somebody's telling them.
You got to believe the narrative. You can see what they're doing. They're getting rid of any channels that tell the truth about it because they don't want anything contradicting the lie. You remember, you tell tell a lie long enough, it becomes the truth. And the
Right,
enemy of the truth is a lie.
right. And then now
I
they're going to
mean, did I
start that
say
whole.
the enemy of the lie is the truth? I'm getting it all
And then,
backwards.
and then they're going to start up doing that whole thing about doing checks on everybody on the internet that they don't
Yeah,
that don't follow the narrative.
yeah.
It's like, why? You want to make us all feel guilty? Is that what you want to do? For believing what we believe in, the truth that's out there? It's like that's just stupidity.
Well, all I
Um,
know, if I wasn't white, I could have a non-white entertainment television station. All non-white. You know what I'm saying? I can have an
yeah,
all non-white college if I wasn't white. But if you're white, you gotta include minorities and others. But if you're not white, you can have exclusive club of nothing but your race and no other race. But if you're
see,
white, you can't do that. No,
right. See,
I don't get it.
Martin Luther King did a great thing that what he did and stuff and everything. But the biggest problem is these people that are now taking over what he has done has put us back into what do they call it? Segregation
Right.
is what they've done. And at the same time, you could see this mayor of Lightfoot,
Yeah.
over there saying she's not going to interview any white people, let nobody interview her that is white, because feels that other people that should have a chance as well too, that are non-whites. That's racism, dude.
Yeah, but they
No
get
matter what
away
it,
with it.
no matter what they say, it's racism. I don't care what they say.
It's
Doesn't
not
matter what color.
racism if you're excluding white people. It's only
I know.
racism if white people are excluding others.
Hmm.
I mean,
I know.
if
It's
you
it.
can wrap your head around that one.
Well, I can't, and that's the problem. And that's why people don't see me on my channel so much, and that because I'm so tired of not being able to tell the truth and then being attacked for it for telling the truth.
Yeah.
It's like, why are we doing what we're doing if we can't even get the message out, and YouTube and Google decides what's right and what's wrong? What gave them the right to decide who we are, what we should do, and how we should act? This is
Greed
not
gave
this is
them the right.
this this is not America that it used to be, like in 1950s and 60s and that. You've seen how it's changed, John.
Oh,
You've
yeah.
seen you've seen you've seen how dramatically it's changed from one side to the other side, and the lies and this and deceit that we've had to deal with our own government with, and then just trying to shut us up.
Well, what I
You
don't
know,
get, I know they crashed the economy on purpose back in 2020 under the guise of a crisis going on.
exactly.
But, jobs were still good until, last January.
That's it. Yeah. See, and then that's the thing
And then
is
hate crimes started sprouting up, and hate white supremacists. And I mean,
well,
never
the
heard
only
of
reason
that.
why the only reason why it started up is because of Chaz. They allowed Chaz to continue and continue and continue, and did not do anything in
That was a
regards to
peaceful
stopping.
protest.
Yeah, right.
It was
Yeah,
peaceful. If you did go to
yeah,
jail, you got out free with no charges.
right. Camilla Harris Was
Yeah.
one of the ones that go ahead and bail you out of jail and stuff. You see what I'm saying?
I
It's
mean,
it's
yeah,
like
I
people
mean, there's a
argue.
double
See, this is
standard in this
this
country.
is this is the same thing that the African American society was saying that we were doing to them, and now it's turned around the other way, and they're doing the same thing that they were complaining about what everybody else was doing to them. You see what
Exactly.
I'm saying?
Yeah, I know exactly. It's gonna be whites to the back of the bus.
Yeah,
Whites
exactly.
use the back entrance.
Right, exactly. People start talking to me about this stuff about our rights and that, and I'm talking about in the Hispanic community and that, and they said, "Oh, it's good that Biden's doing what he's doing." I go, "Are you serious?"
Biden don't even have a clue to
I
what he's
says, I
doing.
says, yeah, I says, we're in America, man. I says, it's called follow the law of the land, our Constitution. And I says, and people like you want to continue to get rid of stuff just so you could feel good?
Well,
Bullshit.
what's bothering the crap out of me is these minority groups like the LGBT and Q and all
Mhm.
them. I mean, if you look at commercials now on TV, everything on TV, they've got some sort of trans something or another
Right.
on the commercial, and then they got unisex clothes. The whole family can wear each other's outfits, and
Hmm.
I'm like, that's who's doing that. Old Navy's doing that stupid
A lot
commercial.
of a lot of companies are doing it.
Oh yeah,
A lot of companies. But the thing is, I have no problem with people what they do in their own back bedroom. That's their own business. What I
exactly.
have a problem with is them pushing their stuff on me, like throwing their stuff on the TV and stuff, and showing a bunch of people kissing and hugging
Oh,
women and men doing what they're doing that. And it's like, no, I says it's not right, because you're telling us to accept on something that we don't believe in, and what God, in our opinion, and what God tells us what we can and we can't do. Don't these people know what happened to Sodom and Gomorrah? Why that happened?
I just wish these people could stay in the closet. Who gave them the right to come out of the closet like that and throw that bull crap on the general
I
public?
don't know. But this country is destroyed. This is not no longer America anymore. This is a land of freaking disgusting perversion.
Hmm.
No morals, nothing, and that's what it's come out to be.
Well,
You
the
know,
Germans
and it,
won. They
they did.
already knew you demoralize a country, you take that country over about 5, 6 generations.
That's it. In this country, this whole UN thing pushing all this stuff that's going on in that, and the United States is following right along with it, and that it's
Peer
disgusting,
pressure.
John.
Peer
It's just
pressure.
it's just pure disgusting morals that these
Oh,
people have in that.
that's like that Paris Agreement bull crap. Why? I mean, Trump got us out of that nonsense of throwing money at nothing. And soon as January comes around, old potato head signs us back up, shuts down a
Hmm.
pipeline. We were oil independent, man. Gas
Right.
below $1.90 a gallon. Now that
Yeah.
stuff's over $3 a gallon.
But people don't seem to realize that it wasn't this so-called um, bug that we all got that caused the problem. The problem that we're all in right now is because of our government.
Well, they
They
used
caused
the
they
bug
caused
as a tool to take control of the people. They scared the people with death.
said the other day. You were saying, don't let a good something
Oh, don't let a good what a crisis.
crisis pass by. Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing. That's what they did, is they took that and they used that to control
Actually,
us even more. Because what they did is, John, they locked us up in our homes.
what they did
They
was
didn't
they
allow they didn't.
purposely, if anything, released something, if they did at all. Because I don't think anything happened. I think they just acted like, hey, let's act like there's something going on. Everybody wear a mask.
That would mean the whole UN and all of them had to agree to all this stuff ahead of time.
Well, it was
And the
part of
proof
the
and the proof of
UN's plan, anyhow. New
right.
World
And
Order,
see
Agenda
and
21.
and I don't believe in coincidences anymore. Especially after what we saw. First, they came out with the freaking whole event. What was it? Event 201,
Hmm.
and then we're right in this situation that we're in.
On the same script line as Event 21,
Mm.
201, I
Yeah,
mean.
So
And
I don't believe them because it's like one lie on top of another on top of another, and they make it look like that they're here to save us.
well, I do believe this. They're genetically warfaring everybody, regardless if we know it or not, man. They got
Oh yeah,
nanotechnology.
weather manipulation,
Yeah.
everything, you name it.
Man, they were
It's
in
just
the skies just spraying sporadically yesterday. I'm talking about, leave like a 2 mile trail and stop. I mean, you can see where they turned it on, turned it off. Then another one would come in and they were making X's and pentagrams. I just didn't get out there and record it.
yeah, it's just getting worse and worse, and nobody seems to see it. And everybody's thinking, well, wait, it'll be over soon and everything go back to normal. Really? Have you seen anything change for over a year?
They're-
Wasn't it supposed to be 2 weeks?
the way they're
Really?
doing it now, they're not telling you the little asterisk that says as long as you've had the JAB.
Yeah.
That's why if you haven't had that, you still gotta work. They're talking about, no distancing and stuff. Man, I don't believe it.
Hmm.
They're going by the new guidelines.
Yeah.
They're
And
just
then, but
divided more. I mean, this is what all this division is about. They divided the
exactly.
maskers and non-maskers, the vaxxers and non-vaxxers. Now the
Hmm.
vaccinated and the non, it's like we're in a leper colony. Anybody, I mean, the way I say it, take it if you want it. I'm not doing it. If you took it, you're protected from me, right?
Exactly. Exactly. UFO says strippers, please.
Yeah. Well, that's what they're doing.
Exactly.
Well, look, they
Hey,
the
Mystic
people
Days.
Mystic in the house. What's
Yeah.
What's going on, Mystic?
Yeah, I gotta
Yeah,
get
it's just
crazy. Which one?
it's a cluster.
Yeah,
It's ridiculous that we have to live in this world like this because our government says that we have to live like this.
yeah. Our
Uh-uh.
government has overstepped their bounds. That's the reason
Well,
why I'm
way
doing
over.
my John Boy for president again, because I want to be the representative of the people's voice. I
Well, you
don't
got to.
I don't want to get up here and tell the people this is what you're gonna do. No, I want to get up here and say, hey, look, Congress, the people are sick of this crap, and we're gonna do something about it because I speak for the people, and my actions will be for the people. You know what I mean?
Exactly, and that's what we need. Well, that's what we all need to do.
Well, that's how it was supposed to be designed in the first place.
Well, I know, but unfortunately, we don't have that anymore. We don't have that free speech
Well,
because we have people that's stopping us from even talking or saying anything on any
our
topic
problem
that the
is,
government doesn't want us to say.
and I have to go. Ben Time Traveler is kind of right when he said you guys start out at the state level. I'll give him that. We need state senators that are representing the people of their states, and then that
Yeah,
change might continue, but that'll take a long time. If we can just
yeah,
get
but the
like me in there running the country or running the, not how I don't want to say running the country, speaking for the country. How's that? I
all
want
right,
to speak
there you go.
for the country. You know.
Exactly. The problem is we don't have anybody that's there to speak for us. And most of
Yeah,
the people that go into government are going to government to become rich.
and
And
get richer.
that's what it comes down to. It's just the money. And I'm sick of it myself. I'm tired of having to deal with this on an everyday basis. It's just like me going now just to get the swimming pool running for my tenants in my building, and that I have to follow rules in order to do it. And I told them I'm not following them. Sorry, that pool could
Look,
stay shut for all I care.
I'm gonna cheer you on because you need to follow the rules. Oh man.
Yeah, I'm not one of them people that follow.
Well, look, if you don't open up that pool, would that hurt anything in your lease agreement? Because I'm sure the pool's written in.
Nope,
Okay.
because it doesn't say that I have to be forced to do something that I don't want to do.
Well, what
They
they
can't
want you
force me
to
to do
do?
something.
Like
They want
quadruple
me to go down.
chlorinate?
Check this out. No, the swimming pool is not the issue because the chlorine will kill any of the bugs and stuff. No
Right.
problem. But what it is the people that go into the pool and they're breathing all over each other and that. And sneezing and everything else all over my tables and chairs and everything. And they want me to go out there every time somebody goes out there and go swimming and they leave. They want me to go down and clean it every time
Well,
somebody goes down there.
you
I'm
go
like,
make you a
there's no way in hell.
checklist, and when the people leave, check you cleaned everything.
I'm not doing it.
Well, I
I'm not
mean,
doing
you don't have to, because common sense says, the world is still as normal as it ever was as far as cooties.
Yeah,
Except for the
exactly.
man-made ones that we have out there.
I know. It's just it's just ridiculous.
Hey, look, let me run and grab a cup of coffee real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay, cool
All right.
beans. I'll be here.
All right, you can talk. I believe everybody can hear you.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, Wolf Lover, I'm reading that right now. Pregnant women who get the jabs are losing their babies. Yeah, and I was just telling John Boy here just a few minutes ago on that my wife and I know 3 people already that are in the hospital. 2 are in the hospital right now that are going through like hell. I mean, they're sick, they're puking, diarrhea. I mean, all this other different stuff, and it's not that they have the bug. It's because of the shot that they received, and it's continuously going on. And these people are one of them we think is going to pass away. It's just ridiculous. It's sick, and they're saying that we have no proof. Of course, we don't have no proof because we don't have the information, and all the information that we do have is a secret. We're not allowed to know what's inside of our the meds that they give us. We're not allowed to do that. And then on top of that, if we do take the jab, then and if we decide to sue in that, we can't sue the pharmaceutical companies because they're free and clear. That's part of what the deal is when they do meds and that they're not responsible for what happens afterwards. So that's the sick part about all this. Yeah, Wolf Lover, I hear that. Wolf Lover says I have a nursing director friend that tells me a lot of stuff. So are they going through a lot as well, Wolf Lover? A lot of sick people. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not going to take anything like that at all. No, heck no. End up being paralyzed in your body, or blood clots, or freaking, tons and tons of things. Did you see? Did any of you guys see what happened? I just saw it on the news last night. Several people are coming down after they get the shot in that, and their tongues are gigantic. They can't even close their mouths, so they have to surgically go in and remove part of their tongue. I was listening. That was on the news last night. Oh yeah, Buckeye. People are afraid. They're afraid because they don't trust the government. Nobody trusts them. That's what happens. Yeah, exactly. And what about the people that haven't gotten to that point yet with Wolf Lover? That they haven't died. What about the people that are awake and alive and have that jab and they get all sick and stuff and everything?
All right, I'm back. What did I miss?
They ain't talking about the people that have died only. But what about the people that are suffering because of it? We're talking people that are paralyzed, like on one side of their body, just like they had a freaking stroke.
Well, they're not going to allow that kind of documentation of things to come out because they need everybody to have. This is I don't know what part of the agenda, and I don't know what I think they're trying to get how sheep are docile and they follow the shepherd, right?
Right.
Well, they can program that mRNA to sit there and get that kind of response out of humans to where they'll be docile and just follow orders.
Well,
and I think that's what this is about. My opinion, fact checkers.
And UFOs, right? It's population control.
Oh yeah.
We know about the guidestones. We know what Billy said in regards to population control. We know what their agenda is. We all know it. Well, everybody knows it.
Billy Boy's dad is the one that started the abortion stuff.
Exactly.
I mean, my body, my choice. It works for abortion, right? It should work for the jab.
You would think. But we don't live in the real world right now. We live in the matrix.
Yeah.
My body, my choice only works for abortion. That's it. Not for the jab.
No means no. You know?
Man, I'm telling you, I'm ready. I will fight to the death. You know what I mean? It ain't going in me.
Exactly.
My body, my choice.
Exactly. But see what it does though is when they kick in everything else, where you have to have your papers, where you can't buy, sell, or do anything, and this is what it's all leading up to, a matter of control.
Right.
Where they actually put in your body's nanotechnology in that, where they constantly sending information back to the government about your status of your health, what you've been eating, where you live, where you sit inside your house. You know, they want control. They want control of every detail in your life, and if you don't follow it with this social scoring stuff, you know, you're going to be in trouble. You know, that kind of stuff. John, I believe social scoring is happening right now.
Oh, it is.
And I believe that it's going to get worse. And there's not much that we can do about it because there's not enough of us to stand up for it. And even if we do stand up for it, the ones like you and me to stand up for this kind of stuff, how do we know that the rest of the people that believe in what we believe are going to make a stand in regards to this kind of stuff?
Well, look,
most people won't. They won't do it because they're so afraid of the government. They're so afraid that they're going to lose their job, which most of them already lost anyway. So what difference does it make? You know, they want their life back, and that's the thing. They'll do anything they can to get their life back, including taking the jab.
Well, look,
just so they can do what they need to do.
I think that jab thing, if you get around somebody that has had it, I believe they're contagious with that jab effect, and you might catch it.
Well, there was a report that just came out, and I just saw it yesterday,
about
stating
pregnant
that information.
Women?
No, the talking about what you were just now saying.
Mm-hmm.
There was a report that came out stating that same exact information.
Really?
That, yeah, exactly, exact same information, John. So you know the thing is we have the proof out there, we have the paperwork, we have the science behind it, stating the facts, but they won't allow you to get that information out. You've seen when those doctors were all standing up there on top of the Capitol stairs and everything.
That got me straight.
Well, see, exactly. And it got all their stuff taken off the air as well too, on all channels, on all
I still have copies of it.
Yeah, but see, this is what they want. They say, well, it's not the science. What do you mean it's not the science? These are the doctors. These are researchers. Yeah. These are all these people research this stuff, and they tell them the truth about it.
These are doctors that have researched. It ain't like it's the average Joe John boy out there researching. These are true doctors that probably do not have their license anymore.
They probably don't.
They probably lost everything. You see how they did to my pillow guy because he stood up with, somebody that's trying to do the country right.
Right, exactly. And just so everybody knows, this is just my opinion, Yeah. YT, do you hear me? These are my opinions and not everybody else's. Just got to make a disclaimer.
There's only a few people that have that same opinion because I believe that opinion to be fact. But that's my opinion, fact checkers.
That's it.
I have a First Amendment right in this country to speak freely. So I'm going to speak my mind.
But look at this. The fact checkers themselves
I know
are being used themselves.
Look, that Reuters or whatever, you know what I'm talking about, where the fact checkers are coming in on that platform. Yeah. That is a Russian company. That is a Russian channel, man.
This is all deceit, all lies.
Those fact checkers use other people's opinions And if you listen to these doctors talk about the jab and all that, they say we believe this will do that, and we think this, and it ain't nothing ever saying we know this works. It's like we believe this works.
Right. And what they're doing is they're experimenting on us.
Yeah.
Is what they're doing. There's no truth in what they're saying.
Well,
It's
look.
all been manipulated. They can't prove it to me. They just can't prove it to me because their facts show something different.
Well, look at this. You remember I sent you the video on the fruit fly and that brain eating fungus it
Exactly.
gets, right? Well,
Yeah.
did you see what just hit in the mainstream about the locusts getting that same fungus?
Well, look at the ones of the people that are where was it, in India, that are getting the black fungus on their face.
Exactly. Look, they have engineered that fungus. I'm telling you. And now that fungus is starting to show up in everything. It's already in us. I know it is. I can't think like I used to.
Well, none of us can anymore because they've filled our brains with freaking chemicals and freaking nanotechnology and all this other crap that they're putting. And see, and that's the thing is we can't get the word out and show the truth in that because they won't allow us to do that.
No.
And if you do put it out there, they demonetize your channels. They try every way to shut you up. Yeah, they do anything they can to get rid of you. And that it's just like these people. I don't blame the fact checkers. What I blame is Google themselves, because these people have to follow the rules that they're supposed to follow, even though they probably know the truth already.
They do
about what's going on. Yeah, but see, the problem is when you get it, when you step into a man's
I had a catastrophe in here.
When you step into a man's pocket and you take his money from them, that takes care of his families and that, then they're going to say whatever they need to say to make sure they keep their job.
Well, the problem is, these people got so much dirt on them they don't want to be surfaced, so they're kind of blackmailed into it too. On top of the money thrown at them.
Exactly. Then it pisses me off about this country over here. People saying, "Oh, all these people dying all over the place and everything, and these wars and that." It's like, give me a freaking break. Any president or any group that's in there already has killed people. They're murderers. So don't tell us that we don't know what the truth is in that, because we see it every day. We know what the truth is. They could sit there and say, "Well, when is the United States going to say something about is and PAL? When they're going to do something about it? When our country backs both sides at the same time with money? Come on,
Yeah, I mean that ain't our fight. Stay out of it.
No, instead of taking care of the people in our own country, we're sending money, billions of dollars across the world in that, instead of taking care of the people here in our own country. That is sick. That's what I'm saying. The government does not work for the people. They work for the ones that pay them the most money.
I looked up a thing about how much Bill Gates makes, right? Between, I think it was 2013 and 2016, he was making $11 million a day. From 2016 to 2019, he was making like $33 million a day. Now think about this. That man's a billionaire, right? He could take $1 billion and he could give every American $500,000 easily to improve their lives. You wouldn't need medicine. People need money where they can get good food and stuff.
Yeah. And that's why people get sick and everything, because of the content of our food, what's in it.
Well, look,
the cheap foods, the GMOs, the crap, the preservatives, the colorings, all the shit that they put in it.
I can't think of the new medicine they're pushing. It's something to do with your digestive system, right? It's saying that your body's not processing the food right. So you need this drug. No, you need real food. GMO food does not belong in your reason your body's not processing parts of this food and it's causing you physical problems because it's not real food in the first place, and there I go
No.
losing connection.
Can you imagine what they're pushing right now, John? It's to start eating this freaking plant-based food.
Well, let me tell you,
Plant-based meat, they call it.
they're saying cows put out all this methane gas. Well, check this out. I mean, okay, let's take the cows totally out of the equation, but let's leave what the cows usually eat in the equation. Well, you know what? That stuff the cows usually eat will naturally turn into methane. So you're still going to have the same amount of methane, regardless if the grain turns to methane or the cows eat it and produce the methane that it turns into anyhow. You see,
Right.
don't make sense.
And that's the lunacy of the whole situation in the United States. It does not make sense.
You're going to have the same amount of methane output, regardless of cows or not, because vegetation, when it dies and decays, turns to methane. What's the difference between letting it die and decay and turn into it, or provide it edible to where the cows can use it to grow, and then their byproduct is the byproduct of what happens to the grain naturally? I don't get it.
It's ridiculous.
But I'm just a stupid hillbilly.
That's just the world we live in right now, and people believe what our government tells them, and they follow this whole thing now. Really gets on my nerves. Follow the science. Follow the science. Well, they forgot God, didn't they?
God is like Trump to them. They'll never forget who they're fighting against.
Yeah, well, that's what they're fighting against.
They're still pulling up Trump stuff on the late night shows.
Oh yeah,
I'm like, man, come on.
They're trying to get Trump now in New York, and that they're trying to get him in court and that. Subpoena him and that. It's like, come on.
They're trying to get him some sort of charge that will eliminate him from being eligible to run again.
Exactly. We see what they're doing, and they think we're stupid that we don't see that, John.
I mean,
that's the part that cracks me up. We see exactly what they do. If you watch and you listen to what they're saying, you know what the next step is.
Well, look at our government the last 4 years. They didn't get anything done because they're doing this witch hunt.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, come on. I mean, it went on before he got elected, while he was elected, and still going on.
Yeah, sad. It's really sad.
And not that I'm not a Trump supporter, but he was better than anything we've had in there as far as for this country.
Exactly. So what it comes down to is this, John. What's the solution to the problem?
John Boyd for president. That's the solution.
Yeah. Get you in there and everything, and get you going and stuff and everything, and then they'll put a hit out on you.
Well, they already got hits out on me.
But I'm saying, this is typical with our countries in that we don't like something that's going on in another country. We'll send in like a SEAL team or something like that, or one of the 60,000 troops that they're undercover that we don't know about who they are or anything else.
That SEAL team is not part of the military. They are a individual company. Yeah, they're a private company.
Yeah,
but what they do is they've got real military in there, but since they're subcontracting, they're considered not to be real military.
Which is crazy, man. It's just nuts.
Loopholes.
Well, and the thing is, it's not okayed by the people of the country. It's okayed by the government. See, that's the thing with what nobody seems to understand. It's the governments that's making the decision. It's not the people. They are not following the Constitution at all.
Well, I do have. Look, I'm going to lower the taxes for all Americans. I'm going to make the tax scale equal for everybody. That way, if you're super duper rich or you're super duper like I am, you pay the same amount of taxes determined on what your worth is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, I don't believe in taxes anyhow because that was not a law ever written.
Exactly.
I mean, I understand sales tax and stuff like that, but income tax, I don't think a person should have to pay in their income tax just because they
Well,
work their ass off. And I don't know why the government thinks they're entitled to that money they did nothing for.
exactly.
You know, that
Because
that
all
pisses
it
me
is
off. They're
for them. All it
moochers,
is, exactly. All it is for them to get rich.
and they are. They are getting rich off the backs of true Americans that keep. We're what keeps this country going.
Yeah. But the people of this country got to wake up. They got to say, like, there's enough is enough. We're not going to do this anymore. We're not going to allow you to continuously tell us what to do. We're not your children. You know, we do not take orders from you. You take orders from us, and that's the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah, that's
You know.
that's how it was written up. That's why
Hold on
they
a second.
included the Second Amendment in our Constitution. So if the
Yeah,
government overpowered the people could stand up and do something about it.
yeah, but they've made the people so weak
Hmm.
that the people can't stand up to it.
You
Now
can't
what
make
happened?
somebody go. If somebody got pulled over by the law and it was a made up ticket, you can't get them to go to traffic court and fight for themselves.
I know,
They'll
I
accept
know,
it.
I
Man,
know. That's what I'm saying because they believe that they're guilty, even though they know that they wasn't.
I don't
You
know about
know.
that flat tax UFO. I know Arkansas, when I lived over there, they had a personal property tax. Whatever
Mhm.
your newest car was, you had to pay in taxes what the value of that car is. You believe
Mhm.
that crap?
Well,
If you had
they
a
do
new
it.
car, you're paying taxes on that new car every year that you own it.
Yeah,
Crazy.
I know. And that's the part that people that I don't understand about people. Everybody says, "Well, yeah, you have to fight the city hall." Have you ever tried to fight city hall?
You can't fight
You
anything
can't. You.
government.
If we had the 70 million people that the president had that voted for him, yeah, we would be able to do something about it. Because of those 70,000 people that voted for Trump, they wanted him to do all the work and everything. Yet the people didn't want to do anything in regards to taking care of the problems that we have in this country. They left it in the hands of government, and I'm saying Trump government. You know,
Well, I
they
mean,
didn't. The people didn't stand up. They
the
did not stand up when they knew the truth in that. What happened when the votes came in and stuff, and then everything had to be counted the next day, and then all of a sudden all those numbers shot for Biden only.
well,
It's like
that's what I was going to say. Dadgum, if you take Trump's what 70 million votes
mm-hmm,
and add another 25% of that on there, that would be his total. And if you took
correct.
Biden's and took that 25% off, Trump won.
Yeah,
See what I'm saying? I mean, how do you
exactly.
have a vote tally where it's in percentages? Is it should be whole numbers,
Yeah, this whole voting thing was jacked up from the beginning, and
not
that,
one and a
and
half
they set
votes. And
and they set it up that way with this
Mhm.
with the, and then look what happened in Arizona when they're doing the count and everything over there, the recount. They found out when before they got the freaking information that they needed, that stuff was deleted
oh yeah,
from the hard drives.
and not only that, the stuff they did present in court as
They
as
didn't even see it.
far as far as being votes, they lack 20% of the total votes being put into the court so it could be audited because
See,
that
even
was
the
the
court.
fake 20%.
Right, but even when even when Trump brought the stuff and everything to the courts, and that the courts refused to even look
Hmm.
at the stuff.
Yeah, I
See,
don't understand that. I mean, a court
and
should be about upholding the law and legalities, and the court should never own any of that out.
well, they did that they did that for a reason, and that's to keep the status quo of what they wanted,
Hmm.
and that's what they did. But people know that, people have seen it, John. But the problem is the people of this country are not standing up for it. They are
Hell,
not actually doing the protesting. They're not actually getting out there and saying,
they
you know, do
can't.
this
If
to
you
us.
protest that the election was wrong, then you're a white supremacist,
I
Trump
know
supporting MF.
I know that's crazy. That
Yeah,
is crazy,
I
John.
don't know how they twisted this country around like that, but they did a
They
good
did.
job of it.
Well, of course they did. They had it all planned out. That's why it's like this.
We,
That's why we still have the freaking chain fencing around the freaking capital of the United States.
they had to
You
do
know,
that because they occupied it. They didn't get voted into there.
exactly. And they're afraid that the people of this country are going to stand up. But that didn't happen.
Yeah,
The people
and
didn't.
and
The
the
people
erection they
did not.
did have was made by them anyhow.
Mm-hmm.
They had to do that to sit there and you know get their
I
narrative
know.
going.
Yeah, they lied to
I
everybody.
mean, it's okay for
They,
Chaz to do what they did and all that. That's peaceful. But man, these people come up in the White House. They didn't do shit.
They didn't do nothing.
One person got killed.
Those guards even opened up the freaking doors and was letting them. Did
Yeah.
you see the video?
Then they
opened the
tried
doors
playing
and let
that
'em-
down. The guard was leading them away from the. Yeah.
No, he wasn't.
He was like, "Come on, y'all! Why y'all taking so long? Come on up the stairs here.
That's it.
Go down this corridor." I mean,
Yeah,
it's obvious, but they twisted
yeah,
that around.
yeah, and it's not gonna it's gonna continue like this too, for the simple reason until the people of this country decide enough is enough. This will continue. We have no choice
Well,
but to comply
they
with that.
sealed
And
the
that's
deal with this jab, man. They got this country where it's at, and the jab seals it where nobody can think for themselves anymore.
exactly. And they don't want you to think for yourself. They want the government to take care of you. They want them to say when you can leave your house, what kind of food that you can eat, what kind of job that you're going to have, how much money you're going to make. You know, it's ridiculous. But they let the they toss God out of this picture and that to get rid of morale and that and it's just ridiculous and it's sick. I can't believe that we're living in this country like this. I really can't. With all this, with all this sickness that's going on, and I'm talking the sick. I'm talking about the sickness of the people of this country. It's basically doing whatever they want to do, and getting away with it. But if you tell the truth that they're doing something wrong, you're the bad guy.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's
I don't
why
understand.
I'm trying to get this channel secure by saying I'm a lesbian trapped in a man's body. Doesn't that put me in the LGBTQ community?
Yeah, you should be getting some benefits for that.
Yeah.
You should be getting something.
I identify as it. Don't call me a he, call me an it.
Yeah.
Have y'all seen John Boy? Yeah, it walked over there. That's what they're really doing in real life. These people are having binary identities or something. I don't know what you call it. I mean, there's a lot of mental illness in this country that they're calling rights.
Yeah, I know.
Look, back in the day, you had these daggum freaks out here like they are now. They'd be locked up in mental institutions. But guess what? They did away with a lot of mental institutions and dumped them people out on the streets like they're doing all these legal illegals coming across.
Well, yeah. Well, so far they've put in 60,000 people into the United States illegally.
I'm having problems over here.
60,000 people they allowed in the United States already.
That you know about. It's probably double that.
Well, heck, when they take them out and they drive them up to, actually, John, I don't know if you know, but they've been driving them up to Tennessee.
I know they've dropped them off in Paris. They've dropped them off in little towns, just within 40 miles of big towns.
Yeah, and they just drop them off and let them go.
Yeah,
no specific place where they need to be.
No, they don't take them to a welcome center.
No,
they take them to a Walmart parking lot and say, "Here you go." And as soon as everybody's out, they floor the gas.
That's about it.
Then they head back and pick up another shipment. and take them
Right.
somewhere. Yep. Come on, man.
Exactly, UFO.
What
Exactly,
is
UFO. Says America has founded by the founding fathers because of the kind of England that was created a multitude of new offices to raise and collect taxes on people.
just like now?
Hmm
But
It doesn't stop. They brought that from there to the New World.
they're gonna
They
make
brought it.
me. I'm gonna migrate to North Korea because them guys ain't gonna go for this New World Order stuff. I mean,
Sick.
I ain't lying. I'm to the point. I'd rather live in North Korea than here.
At least you know where you stand, huh?
Yeah,
At least you know where you stand. Here you don't know. It's
here.
all lies and
Yeah,
innuendos and you know, all hidden from us, all the different stuff. And it's just like that stupid stuff that's coming out. It's supposed to be like no later than the 1st of July about the alien
oh,
stuff that's going on. And, you know, it's like, come on, people, you think that's the most important thing that's going on in our country right now?
that's the beginning of their Project Bluebeam, all that stuff. They're gonna do
Oh yeah,
holograms and get the people under more control. It's all about
yeah,
controlling the people with the narrative.
that's it. Exactly. And why do you think they call them sheeple? Because, like you were saying, John, you know, you have a sheep herder. What does a sheep herder do? He tends his sheep. Why does he tend his sheep? So that he can make sure the animals are safe and everything, so that he can have food, right? So they can kill them. Well, that's exactly what the United States is doing to us. You know, raising us so they can get rid of us and stuff and everything. So we can, in the meantime, we pay our taxes to them so they can get fatter and fatter. In the meantime, they give us low grade food, crap, and terrible stuff that's going on in our country, and that just so they can get rid of us. And that's what they're doing. It's nonstop, and it's going to continue going like this.
Well,
You know,
I'm gonna
it won't stop.
I'm gonna explain something. In the Bible, it says, "Spare the rod, spoil the child." Right?
Hmm
The rod is the shepherd's staff. You know what that staff was used for? It
Mm.
wasn't to beat the sheep. It was to sit there and put in front of them to steer the sheep in the direction the sheep needed to go. And it was used to beat off the wolves or whatever attacked the sheep. But
Right.
people have taken that context, spare the rod, spoil the child, meaning you gotta beat your kid. No, that rod is used to guide the child, not to beat them. You see what I'm saying? But that
Exactly.
got
Exactly.
perverted.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. They change everything around. It's just like we were talking about a while back, John, when the lion will lay down with the sheep. Now they change it
Hmm.
to the wolf
Hmm.
instead. It's like we know, we've seen that. We know. It's like, you know, come on, we know what's going on. We know how involved the Vatican is and with the United States and across the world. We know what is doing as well too, in regards to the stuff across our country as well too. We know, we see this stuff every day,
Well,
yet people ignore it.
I'm gonna have to say this about the Vatican. That is probably one of the most evil places on earth. They got a
Yeah,
telescope named Lucifer. I mean,
I
come on.
know. I know.
Why?
But
I mean, come on. Why would a Christian organization name a telescope Lucifer?
mhm, I know. But we get no truth about anything. You know, we just they're not going to tell us. They're not going to tell us anything, even if that alien disclosure comes out. I feel that it's going to be completely redacted. You watch and see; it'll be redacted completely and stuff. But the thing is what is the ploy that they're using? Why are they bringing this stuff up now? Why are they pushing this whole thing about the Navy and all them? And
They're
now turning this
trying.
stuff,
They're
turning the information. Are they going to bring this out
little.
now? You
They're
you said it was like Blue Book and that. It's very possible it could be what do they call
blue
it?
beam
Yeah, Blue Beam. What do they call that? Um, not
hologram
hallucinations. No, um,
hypnotist
hologram.
hologram. Yeah.
Yeah, is what they're going to use. I hear what people are saying. Well, if they come out and they say that it's really true, and you know, and all this stuff, what is actually the government saying, and what are they leading up to?
all they're doing is trying to. All right, you've heard UFO for years, ever since I was born. And what they're doing now by having the Navy come out with their footage, oh, that's just verifying that this is real. And then they're going to come out with more stuff to verify that it's real. But it's just another scam, man. It's another narrative they're putting out there.
Yeah, another way to deceive us
Mhm.
on some level. And this is the
Control.
reason
It's
why.
about control, not just to deceive. Deceive, they've
Right.
already done very well with everything. It's all about controlling with their deceit.
Right. And I just don't. I guess I'm just naive or something, because I just don't understand why people are not standing up. I just don't get it. When I was growing up and stuff was going on, and we didn't like it, and that we stood up, we protested, we said what we needed to say in that, and we got our message across.
Look,
But now you can't do that at all.
I've seen it, man. I remember the bra burning days. That was just part of getting all this. That is part of why we're at where we are today.
Well,
That was
yeah,
just little test runs. Let's see how many women we can get out here to start women liberation. I mean, I'm
yep,
not knocking women. I think everybody should be equal. I don't know why women couldn't vote
exactly.
at one time or whatever, but if you read the
Right.
Bible, the man is the head of the household. A woman's not supposed to have any public position whatsoever.
hmm
A woman's place is their home, according to the Bible.
Right. But it says that if the man can't take care of what needs to be taken care of in the family spiritually, the woman is supposed to take over.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the thing is people don't want to hear the truth, John. And I'm not attacking women. I'm just saying a lot of women want to have the same rights, and I understand that. I agree that everybody should be have the same rights in that. But
This,
the thing is, same rights doesn't mean for you to do something gross or be a pedo on that, and it's okay, kind of thing.
well, this is everywhere. They think irrationally at times of the month. You see what I'm saying?
hmm
That alone should disqualify you from a position of power if you can't control your bodily chemicals and it makes you do crazy things. You know what I'm saying? I
hmm
think that's part of the reason why the Bible says the woman should not be in charge. Like, I'm not knocking women. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying once a month they get chemically unbalanced, and man, you can say, "Hey, how you doing?" And that's all right. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
So you can't have somebody that's get.
UFO says everyone should start a class action lawsuit against the states violating the Bill of Rights, property taxes, involuntary and servitude. Who will back you up when what I'm saying?
Lawyer wise, you're talking right because you can
No,
look. I've had
you can you
lawsuits against cities and counties, and I couldn't get a lawyer to touch it because they're like,
of
"Well, I got
course.
to keep practicing in this county."
Well, exactly. But then on top of that, listen, people standing with they know what's right.
And these people
If
nowadays,
you know,
they're only
John,
worried about
if if
Netflix,
if, if a wall is white
Hulu.
and the wall is black, okay, and you walk up to the black wall and you say it's white, and the government says it's white, then it's white, even though it's black.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
That's exactly the stupid shit that we're dealing with.
yeah.
That people are sitting there
They're just
seems like.
worried about Hulu and Netflix.
Yeah.
As long
But
as
I know, dude. But I see it where everything went bad is when people decided not to stand up to their government. That's where it came from. That's where it is. Everything is like this because people, the citizens of this country, are refusing to stand up, and that's what it comes down to.
well, I've
We
been
could sit there and we could sit there and we can blame the government. We could sit there and blame individuals. We could sit there and blame God. We could sit there and blame everybody. But we can't sit around there and blame ourselves for what we have done.
well. Look, I'm gonna turn the gas pump, and I didn't.
Mhm.
The gas pump had a cracked screen in it for not. That was a motorcycle coming out and the signals around it.
Yeah.
We got on the subject of truth.
Yeah.
I haven't moved anything. Everything's where it's set where I get good.
UFOs right there. People that are sitting back there doing it for them, I hope you're very proud of yourself. I hope it fulfills your day with joy and laughter. You know?
There was just no reason for the buffering. I mean, I did.
They don't want to hear you being right, John.
Something I paid for, you know?
Right. Yeah.
But it was the fastest way out of their system.
Oh.
And I paid for my gas that I finally got because the daggone girl behind the counter is too busy on her phone to sit there and push to turn the pump on. But
No, soothing